So first of all, congratulations for your rank.
Thank you very
And
much, sir.
yes, and you have scored very good marks in essay. So
Yes, sir.
can you please share your strategy on essay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So first of all, thank you very much, sir, for inviting me to this session, sir. And also I want to thank you and I want to express my heartfelt gratitude कि आपने इंटरव्यू स्टेज में इतना हमारे लिए एफर्ट किया, सर. मींस हेलो.
Vineet, please continue. You
Yeah.
are audible. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So sir, I was saying that आपका इतना एफर्ट था सर, तो पहले तो उसके लिए वेरी वेरी थैंक यू वेरी
Thank
मच
you.
सर. आपकी वजह से इंटरव्यू में थोड़ा अच्छा परफॉर्म हुआ, वरना आपको पता है काफी नर्वसनेस उस टाइम पे
Thank
होती
you.
है.
Thank you.
तो आज जैसे अपने स्टूडेंट्स है काफी काफी इनमें से मेंस भी अटेम्प्ट करने वाले होंगे इस साल 2021 का. जो भी स्टूडेंट्स इस बार मेंस में जा रहे हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू कांग्रेचुलेट ऑल ऑफ देम कि आप लोगों ने प्रीलिम्स की स्टेज क्लियर की एंड नाउ यू आर अपीयरिंग फॉर द मेंस. So first of all, congratulations to everyone who is appearing for mains. तो टुडे वी विल टॉक अबाउट ऐसे स्ट्रेटेजी कि ऐसे में आपको क्या स्ट्रेटेजी फॉलो करनी चाहिए. ओके सर, कैन यू म्यूट द पार्टिसिपेंट सर?
Yes. Let me see that who is making the noise. Yes, please continue.
हाँ यस सर. तो आज हम बात करने वाले हैं ऐसे के ऊपर, है ना. ऐसे की स्ट्रेटेजी आपको क्या फॉलो करनी चाहिए, क्या अप्रोच आपको उसके अंदर रखनी चाहिए. ठीक है. ऐसे से काफी कंफ्यूजन होता है बच्चों को, है ना. ऐसे की स्ट्रेटेजी वो वर्कआउट नहीं कर पाते कि क्या लिखें क्या नहीं लिखें. जीएस के अंदर आपको थोड़ा सा गाइडेंस है. ठीक है. in general studies you have proper guidance that you have to write answer in 150 words or 250 words, so you have a proper matter, you prepare accordingly that you have to write about any topic like in polity about governor or federalism, you know you have to write in 150 words or 250 words, so you have proper guidance about the general studies. But जब हम ऐसे की बात करते हैं, in essay you can't figure out exactly what the examiner is trying to ask from you. ठीक है. So you get around 8 topics. You have to choose each topic, one topic from section A where there are 4 options and one topic from section B. ठीक है. Azra, for animal husbandry we would try to make another session. Okay, today it is exclusively for essay only. So आज ऐसे की बात करेंगे. एनिमल हस्बेंड्री के लिए हम बाद में एक सेशन अलग से रखेंगे. ओके. सो इन ऐसे you can't figure out what exactly the examiner is trying to find in you. And remember one thing, ऐसे में जब आप जाते हैं, a renowned author, I can't recollect his name, a renowned author someday said that what you write on your paper, you are judged by what you write on your paper. The examiner can judge you how you think, what is the process of your thinking. So whenever you go for essay, जब भी आप essay लिखने जाएंगे, whatever you put into the words on that paper, the examiner will judge you on that terms. ठीक है. Am I audible to everyone or is there any issue?
You are audible, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's audible.
Okay. Whoever is getting low voice, please check your volume. You can increase your volume by manipulating that. Okay. So we are talking about essay. First of all, essay में how shall you approach? ठीक है. How shall you approach? As I have said that you have to write 1200 words for every essay and you have time duration for 3 hours. So in 3 hours you have to write 2 essays. First of all, you should keep in mind that each essay carries equal marks. Sometimes what is done कि candidates जो है they get into the flow, that they contribute their maximum time into the first essay. They go into the flow. They are means they get driven if they get their choice of topic. So it is not to be done. You have to very careful. काफी ध्यान रखना that you have got 1.5 hours for each essay and you shall give equal importance to each essay because each essay is carrying equal marks. So first of all, you shall prepare your strategy. Like when you get the paper, devote first 15 minutes to properly strategize your essay. कि मैं ऐसे अप्रोच करूंगा. First I will go for introduction, then I will go for examples, then I will go for body part, है ना, disadvantages, advantages or various dimensions. So first 15 minutes you should work on your strategy by प्लॉटिंग योर स्ट्रेटेजी ऑन दी रफ पेपर, है ना, लास्ट में जो भी रफ वर्क के लिए आपको पेपर दिए जाएंगे, यू शैल पुट योर स्ट्रेटेजी ऑन दैट पेपर दैट आई विल अप्रोच विद दिस स्ट्रेटेजी एंड आई विल राइट माय एसे रिगार्डिंग दिस स्ट्रेटेजी, ठीक है। So first of all, you have to keep this in mind. Now we will talk about what exactly you should follow while you are writing the essay. What approach you should follow. First of all, we will be talking about what UPSC asks from you. ठीक है, you are means जब आप भी नोटिफिकेशन देखते हैं, मेन सिलेबस जब आप देखते हैं, in main syllabus in essay paper UPSC has clearly demarcated one line. It has clearly instructed you. What is that line? You might be remembering that you will be expected to keep closely, okay, you will be expected to keep closely to the subject of the essay. First point is that sir, can you please mute? Hello.
Vinny, sorry, I had to go somewhere. That is why I was not able to see.
No problem.
Now please continue.
Yeah, okay. So what UPSC asks from candidates regarding the essay paper, you have to go through the main syllabus. You will find that you are expected to keep closely to the topic. Please remember these terms that you have to stick to the topic. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई टॉपिक आपको मिला and you are emotionally driven into that, है ना, कि suppose you have been asked about federalism. Instead of talking about federalism, you are driven into the other structures like judiciary, executive, and all that stuff. If you are asked about federalism, you have to just stick to the federalism topic. Okay. So first point is that you have to keep closely stuck to the topic which have been asked or which have been chosen by you. Okay. Then second point they say is that you have to arrange your ideas in the orderly fashion. Orderly fashion का मतलब है, suppose you are going for a movie. Everyone has watched movie his or her life, like you must have watched 3 Idiots movie. So whenever you go for a movie, you always remember that it goes by a flow. It has a rhythm, है ना, rhythm है. It's not like that climax is shown first and the introduction is shown at the last. It begins with the characters introduction, then the plot is driven towards the story is made, and the climax is at the end. Similarly, while you are going for essay, just imagine that you are writing up a story, like a story. You have to begin by introduction. Then go to the plot, build up your story, build up your opinions, and at the end, you have to suggest your way forward. Okay, you have to suggest your way forward. So structure is the most important part in the essay. If you don't have a finite structure and you are having an immense knowledge, that doesn't matter to the examiner. If you have immense knowledge but you are not able to put it into the proper structure, then all of your knowledge will be get wasted. Okay, so keep in mind that you have to keep closely to the subject, to the essay. Next thing, you have to properly structure the essay and put your ideas in the orderly fashion with a proper rhythm. Okay, with a proper rhythm. Then third thing, they ask you to write concisely. Write concisely means you don't have to beat around the bush, है ना, कोई भी opinion ऐसे वैसे आपको नहीं देने हैं. With reference to the subject, with reference to the topic, if you have a substantial argument, if you have substantial examples, then only put forward. If you don't have any substantial knowledge or examples or facts, don't beat around the bush. ऐसा मत कीजिए कि you are just creating your own facts. If you are presenting the facts, present it with the reliable source, like from Ministry of Information or Economic Survey, so that your facts can be rechecked, है ना. ऐसा नहीं है कि खुद का ही कोई फैक्ट बना के आप प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो और फॉल्स सोर्स को आप डिपिक्ट कर रहे हो, बिकॉज दे आर नॉलेजेबल पर्सन, दे विल रिकॉग्नाइज दैट यू आर जस्ट फूलिंग देम अराउंड. ओके, देन फाइनली दे आस्क यू टू गिव इफेक्टिव एंड एग्जैक्ट एक्सप्रेशन. इफेक्टिव एंड एग्जैक्ट एक्सप्रेशन का मतलब है कि यू हैव टू पुट योर व्यूज कंसाइजली, कि व्हाट यू फील आर पुटिंग यू ऑन द पेपर. ठीक है, जो भी आप फील करते हैं, जो आप उस टॉपिक को लेके समझ सकते हैं, जो आपकी समझ है, एंड व्हाट यू वांट टू मेक द पर्सन अंडरस्टैंड बाय योर ओपिनियंस. तो आपको वो सारे फैक्ट्स, वो सारे ओपिनियंस, यू हैव टू पुट देम कंसाइजली एंड इफेक्टिवली, सो दैट लाइक वी आर कन्वर्सेटिंग, वी आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद ईच अदर. आई एम टेलिंग यू अबाउट essay strategy. If I am not able to communicate properly with you, ठीक है, if I'm not able to communicate properly or put my opinions properly, then there will be a lot of confusion and you won't be able to understand what is the exact strategy. Similarly, when you are writing the essay, you should keep in mind that you have to make your opinion understand to the examiner. If he is able to understand, then he will give you good marks. If he is confused by reading your essay, then obviously you would be getting low marks. ठीक है, so just go through this line in the main syllabus. You will understand what the UPSC wants to ask you and what it desires from you. ठीक है, so this is the basic purpose UPSC is asking. Then the question comes, how and from where to prepare. ठीक है, how and from where to prepare. देखो, basic thing is that there is no exclusive essay book, and UPSC is not going to give you the essay from that very book, or instead if you are reading 100 books for essay, there is no use of them. Okay, they will create their own topics, they will give you those topics, and you have to write at the very moment. So there is no need to purchase any exclusive book for the essays. Just keep one thing in mind, the syllabus you are covering from general studies. For general studies like GS1, GS2, GS3, these syllabus which you are covering, that is the only fodder material for your essay. There are two types of essays. One is, we consider them as static essays, like on health, education, federalism, polity topics, environment topics. These are essays which are considered as static, for which you have an ample amount of information through your general studies preparation. Second type of essays are philosophical essays. And I must say that since past 1 to 2 years, the amount of philosophical essays have been increased. In 2020 mains exam, you will observe that the both sections, section A and section B, are somewhat philosophical type. So the main problem with the candidates is that they are good in writing static essays because they have ample amount of information, facts and everything. But the issue is with philosophical essays. Philosophical essays में आप क्या approach रखेंगे, है ना? Because we are not having, everyone is not having philosophy as optional, और हर किसी की thinking is not diverted in that direction that he can think philosophically. So philosophical essays में आपको क्या approach रखनी है? We will talk about that. But first of all, from where to prepare, the fodder material will come from your general studies preparation. Okay, the main fodder material which you require. Second thing, if you don't have the habit of reading, please develop the habit of newspaper reading as well as some magazines. Magazines in the sense like Science Reporter, Yojana, Kurukshetra, and not just for preparation for the exam, just develop the habit of reading magazines and newspapers. The fact is that जब आप newspaper पढ़ते हैं, when you get the opinions from the editorials, those opinions, those quotes, those means opinions of the thinkers or the scientists, you can put them in your essays and they will have a great impact on the examiner. क्योंकि we all not are able to think in various dimensions, है ना? हम इतने काबिल नहीं है, और we are not doing doctoral programs or PhD in every subject. So newspaper reading अगर आपकी habit है, तो editorial से आप ऐसी चीजें उठा सकते हैं, ऐसा stuff उठा सकते हैं, which you will be able to present in your essay. ठीक है, which you will be able to present in an essay. So magazine and newspaper reading habit you should develop as soon as possible, and also prepare your general studies so that you can write the fact in the essay paper. So make your general studies preparation very good, and also develop the habit of reading editorials and magazines like Yojana and Kurukshetra. Third thing is that whenever you reach out to any example in real life, suppose you are going on a road, you have met with someone, his opinions are quite influencing, or you have read about some prominent personality, like you have read about the story of Vivekananda or Gautam Buddha, you should remember these kind of stories, because these stories are very prominent in influencing someone. So you can put these stories, you can put their opinions in your essays so that they can have an impact on the reader. Okay? So these three main things are required in your preparation for the essay topic. GS main fodder material, substantial material, reading habit for newspaper and magazines, and supportive arguments can be done by stories from thinkers or story from prominent personalities, or any of your life incidents can also be included. Okay, this is the main strategy for preparation. What have you write and what content you should build up while writing the essay. Okay, then comes the second question. See, in general studies, you have to write 150 or 250 words. But in essay, you have to write 1200 words. And another thing is that Examiner won't be checking your language and grammatical errors in general studies, because in general studies he is expected to read about only content. What content are you producing in the exam? ठीक है. But in essay he will look for your writing skills, how properly you can communicate through your writings. देखो, if you are not able to properly frame the sentence, then you will not be able to communicate properly, and the examiner won't be able to understand the opinion you are trying to communicate. And if he won't be able to understand, obviously he would cut your marks. So foremost thing is that you should develop your writing ability, so that the sentence framing is good, linkers are good, and you are able to express your opinion in a proper language formation. Okay, so first thing is that the language matters in the essay. You are writing 1200 words, there shall be rhythm, there shall be proper structure, and there shall be proper sentence formation, proper punctuations, comma kahan pe hai, full stop kahan pe hai, so that the examiner is able to read them properly. Okay, now comes the question, how to improve these things. First of all, newspaper reading. जब आप editorial पढ़ेंगे, when you are going for editorials, you will look that editorial का जो format है, if you have read editorials, they start by introduction, है ना? Either they start by simple introduction, or they start by anecdote, or they start by some small story or small case. Then they go on to tell the advantages and disadvantages, or they elaborate the situation which is going on. And finally, they conclude by suggesting some way forward. Okay, so the editorial format, when you are going for newspaper editorial, the same format has to be followed in the essays. तो जब आप editorial को समझ जाएंगे, तो ये ध्यान रखना, when you are writing the essay, you should follow the same approach. Then second thing, for proper sentence formation, you also need vocabulary. Vocabulary is not like that you are going for rote learning of dictionary, कि आज मैं dictionary लेके बैठ जाऊँ and I will learn 100 words per day. Doesn't matter you learn 100 or 10 words per day, you won't remember unless you use them, unless you reread them. Okay, so being able to develop the habit of newspaper and magazine reading will help you encounter the new words, will help you understand the new words, and they would be frequently used by you in the essay exam. So foremost is that you develop the reading ability. Don't go for rote learning कि मैं 10 मीनिंग आज देख लेता हूँ, 10 मीनिंग कल देख लेता हूँ, है ना? जब आपकी रीडिंग हैबिट अच्छी बन जाएगी, then you will easily grasp the words and you will be able to use those words in your essay. Second thing, when you go for sentence formation, sometimes we do a common mistake. We just start writing the sentence and we go continuously for 3 to 4 lines. See, 3 to 4 lines doesn't make a sentence. This makes a paragraph. And there is a difference between a sentence and a paragraph. Means if I am reading a sentence and you have written that sentence in 5 to 6 lines continuously, then I will lose my breath. I will lose my breath as well as my interest in those lines. So proper framing is that you should put full stop at a convenient place. कि एक लाइन है, 2 लाइन है, उसके बाद आपका full stop आना चाहिए, so that बंदा उस लाइन को समझ जाए and then he shall continue to the next line. अगर पैराग्राफ की फॉर्म में 5-6 लाइन का, if you have continuous sentence of 5 to 6 lines, he would obviously lose his interest. ठीक है? So these things should be kept in mind. Sentence shall not be long enough that he loses interest. Vocabulary should be ample, not high. ठीक है? कुछ बच्चे सोचते हैं कि we have to use high quality vocabulary. No, it is not required. Just use the ample quality, not too low, not too high. Okay, average words can be used properly. ठीक है? Vocabulary में you have to keep these things in mind. Then comes the subheadings, है ना? ऐसे में ऐसा नहीं है कि once you have started and you have finished till the end and you haven't given any subheadings. See, when you look at the notification of UPSC notification comes in a proper way. It tells you about when the exam is conducted, then eligibility subheading, they give eligibility, then they tell about the eligibility, then format of the exam, syllabus of the exam, they give the subheading syllabus and they elaborate on the syllabus of the exam. Similarly, when you are going from essay writing, for essay writing, then you should also go for subheadings. ठीक है? Suppose there is a essay on federalism only, है ना? So you should tell about federalism. First of all, you should elaborate on federalism. If you think there are some lacunas, there are some drawbacks of Indian federalism, then you should give the subheading that these are we are considering drawbacks of federalism. Then you should elaborate all the drawbacks. ऐसा नहीं you are giving the whole body continuously. क्योंकि बॉडी में यू हैव टू मेक सब पार्ट्स सो दैट यू कैन पुट योर ओपिनियंस इन अ एम्पल मैनर। ठीक है, तो सब हेडिंग्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट। मोर ओवर सब हेडिंग्स शैल नॉट बी डल इन द मीन्स की फेडरलिज्म के अगर आपको ड्रॉबैक बताने, यू आर टेलिंग अबाउट ड्रॉबैक्स एंड यू आर गिविंग जस्ट द हेडिंग ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ फेडरलिज्म, इट इज अ डल हेडिंग, है ना। यू आर नॉट गोइंग फॉर जनरल स्टडी आंसर, यू आर गोइंग फॉर ऐसे, सो द सब हेडिंग शैल ऑल्सो बी इनोवेटिव, है ना। सब हेडिंग शैल ऑल्सो बी इनोवेटिव, लाइक सोशल मीडिया कोलन अ डबल एज्ड स्वॉर्ड, है ना। दिस इज एन इनोवेटिव सब हेडिंग कि सोशल मीडिया डबल एज स्वॉर्ड से आप उसे बताना चाह रहे हैं कि इट हैज आल्सो प्रोस एज वेल एज कॉन्स, जिसकी हम आगे बात करने वाले हैं। ठीक है, सो ट्राई टू मेक योर सब हेडिंग्स इनोवेटिव, है ना। कभी आपने नॉवेल्स पढ़े होंगे तो राइटर की जो टेंडेंसी होती है, दे ट्राई टू वीव द वर्ड्स, सो यू हैव टू डेवलप समवट क्वालिटी ऑफ वीविंग द वर्ड्स कि सब हेडिंग्स आर अट्रैक्टिव। ठीक है, देयर शैल नॉट बी डल सब हेडिंग्स की जस्ट यू आर राइटिंग पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव, नो, दैट शैल नॉट बी डन। ट्राई टू गो फॉर इनोवेटिव सब हेडिंग्स। ठीक है, it will help you fetch good marks. Okay, then the things you must avoid in your essays, there are some points which you must avoid in your essays. First of all, I have talked about that you shall not go for long sentences. 5 से 6 लाइन के सेंटेंस आप मत लिखिएगा, go for 1 to 2 line sentence so that the examiner can properly understand the dimension you are trying to communicate. Okay, second thing, do not dwell deep into one dimension. Yeah, Avantika, we are coming to the body part. Just focus on the points I am communicating. Second thing I was talking about that do not dwell deep into one point only. ठीक है, फेडरलिज्म, इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट फेडरलिज्म और इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सोशल मीडिया, है ना, तो डोंट ट्राई टू मेक ओनली वन पॉइंट विजिबल कि आप सोशल मीडिया के बारे में नेगेटिव्स अगर बता रहे हैं, सो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि 75% ऑफ योर एसे इज गोइंग ऑन द नेगेटिव्स ऑफ सोशल मीडिया। ठीक है, you shall put on the horizontal dimension. Horizontal dimension means you should spread your essay across various dimensions, like what is the political dimension of social media, what is social dimension of social media, what is economical dimension of social media. The profit of this approach is that you will have ample quantity of matter to put into 1200 words, as well as the examiner would be impressed that the candidate has ample knowledge of various dimensions in which social media is having its impact. ऐसा नहीं कि सोशल मीडिया सिर्फ नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट रखता है या सिर्फ पॉजिटिव इंपैक्ट रखता है, या इट इज ओनली हैविंग इंपैक्ट ऑन द लाइव्स ऑफ टीनेजर, इट इज हैविंग इंपैक्ट ऑन द लाइव्स ऑफ एवरीवन, है ना, एंड इन एवरी डायमेंशन. तो यू हैव टू डिस्क्राइब the topic in part of various dimension, like what is political dimension, social, economical, international relation, all that dimension should be communicated. It shows that you have wide knowledge about the topic. Okay, you have wide knowledge about the topic. Then other thing is that you should not get swayed by your feelings, है ना. sometimes ऐसा होता है कि जो मन की बात कर जाते हैं ना, बह जाते हैं चीजों के अंदर. like we have got a topic of our choice, you are good in GS2, you have optional as PSIR, and you have got the topic on federalism, so you get swayed by your feelings कि हाँ भाई ये तो मेरी choice का topic है, मैं इसमें बहुत अच्छा करने वाला, है ना. but in that feeling sometimes you get swayed away from the topic, so don't do that kind of thing. Be calm in your exam time and be optimistic and be practical that I have to consider several dimension, all the dimension. I shall not get swayed away by the only one dimension of the topic. ठीक है, तो जितना horizontal dimension में आप जाएंगे that will be beneficial to you. ठीक है, then about philosophical topics, है ना. the static topics I have told you that you can easily write by the knowledge of general studies, but what to do in philosophical topics? In philosophical topics also, suppose for example in 2020 there was a essay like a long journey from human being to being human, है ना. this was the topic. This is a kind of philosophical essay. you don't have any means particular content on this matter. so what you should do in these kind of topic? You should start by a short story, है ना. सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अंडरस्टैंड द टॉपिक. फिलोसॉफिकल एसेज का सबसे बड़ा ड्रॉबैक ये है कि कैंडिडेट्स आर नॉट एबल टू ग्रास्प व्हाट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड इन द टॉपिक unless you understand the crux of the topic, unless you understand the what is the hidden in the topic, the meaning of the topic, you cannot write your philosophical essay in proper manner. So first of all, understand what the question is trying to communicate. When you understand that, then start with a short story, है ना. हर किसी की लाइफ में, in your life, in my life, we have encountered an unimaginable circumstances, है ना. We can use in these essays, we can use our real life incidents or incidents from some prominent personalities or some movies. So start with short story. It will try to communicate to the reader that you have ample knowledge about the topic. Then go into the dimensions from human being to being human, है ना. Whenever you understand that, you can go into the dimension like social dimension. Social dimension में we are human being, we have reached to the civilizations, है ना. We have built up the societies, but still the cruelty is practiced in the society. So it is a long journey from human being to बीइंग ह्यूमन. तो ये आप वेरियस डायमेंशंस में बता सकते हो, सोशल में, इकोनॉमिकल में, इंटरनेशनल में. सो यू शुड गो फॉर डायमेंशंस आफ्टर द short story. Then whenever you go for conclusion in philosophical essay, you can put up your points कि I feel in this kind of manner, है ना. जो भी ऐसे, जो भी टॉपिक है, you can communicate your personal opinions कि in my opinion I feel this thing is going this way, but I feel we can divert it toward this way, which will be very beneficial to the society or our nation, whichever you want to communicate. ठीक है. philosophical essays का crux है that you understand the topic first. जब आपको समझ आ जाए, then you can go into various dimension explaining about the topic. ठीक है. Then other thing is that we have a tendency to follow someone, है ना. There are followers of Karl Marx, there are followers of capitalism, there are followers of Bhagat Singh, followers of Mahatma Gandhi, है ना. So it is not bad to be follower of someone, but try to avoid the crude arguments, है ना. crude arguments, या try to avoid your personal that reliance on the particular personality. ठीक है. ऐसा नहीं है कि टॉपिक आया पीस के ऊपर, है ना. पीस के ऊपर, नॉन वायलेंस के ऊपर टॉपिक आता है, एंड यू आर अ फॉलोअर भगत सिंह एंड यू ट्राई टू शो योर टेंडेंसी टुवर्ड्स एक्सट्रीमिज्म, है ना. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. इफ यू हैव योर व्यू पॉइंट्स अबाउट सम पर्सनैलिटी, मे बी यू आर क्रिटिसाइजिंग सम पर्सनैलिटी, बट ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं तो यू शुड ऑल्सो कम्युनिकेट पॉजिटिव पॉइंट्स अबाउट that thing. ऐसा नहीं कि आप कार्ल मार्क्स के फॉलोवर, यू आर फॉलोवर ऑफ कार्ल मार्क्स, एंड द इन योर essay you are ranting about the drawbacks of capitalism. Obviously there are positives of capitalism and negatives of capitalism, but you should avoid that. You should not communicate your tendency towards Karl Marx कि मैं तो extreme हूँ, है ना. I am ardent follower of Karl Marx, so I will communicate these opinions. You should avoid that. You should keep a balancing approach. You should talk about positives as well as negatives, criticism, है ना. तो इन सब की बात करनी है. अपने आप को किसी भी पर्सनैलिटी से इतना वो मत जोड़िएगा कि आपके ऐसे में वो नजर आए. ठीक है. यू शुड अवॉइड दीज काइंड ऑफ आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. देन लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, जो हमने पहले भी बात की, डिवोट इक्वल टाइम टू योर बोथ दी एसेज, है ना. बोथ आर कैरिंग इक्वल मार्क्स एंड यू शुड डिवोट इक्वल टाइम टू बोथ दी एसेज. Then the things come, how to frame your essay in a proper manner. See, from switching from one paragraph to second paragraph. In GS answers, what we do, we write a paragraph, we end it with a full stop, and we start with the next paragraph. We do not use any kind of linkers. What are linkers? Linkers is कि जब आप एक पैराग्राफ से दूसरे पैराग्राफ पे जाते हैं, you are not breaking up the rhythm. Like you have ended the paragraph with a full stop. Then whenever you want to start the new paragraph, use linkers like moreover, however, furthermore, now I want to communicate this, practically, है ना, substantially, then politically, economically. Use these kind of linkers while you are going to start a new paragraph. ठीक है. Or you can use, like if you are ending a paragraph, you can place a linker at the end of paragraph, like we have talked about the social dimension of this topic. Now in the next paragraph I will be talking about the political dimensions also. Then in the next paragraph you can start with the political dimensions. ठीक है. So you have to use the linkers, or you can also use a question, है ना. You can also use the question. Suppose artificial intelligence का कोई topic है, you have communicated that these are advantages of artificial intelligence. Then next paragraph you can start by, we have talked about advantages, but obviously there are challenges also of the artificial intelligence. What are those challenges? You can interrogate the paragraph and that you can answer in like you are going for the paragraph, you can answer in continuous manner after putting up the question. So these are three kind of linkers. Either you use linkers in the starting of the paragraph like politically, economically, furthermore, however, these kind of linkers. Or you can use them at the end of the paragraph. We have talked about this topic. Now we will talk about the next dimension in the next paragraph. Or you can also begin with a question in the next paragraph. So ये three ways and linkers use करने के, and these are of utmost importance in essay. GS में you can go for a crude approach. आप full stop के बाद सीधा essay शुरू कर सकते हैं, but it is not a reliable approach in essay. In essay you have to make up your rhythm. Rhythm break कहीं पर भी नहीं होना चाहिए, है ना. Whenever you are going for conclusion, don't start conclusion in a outright manner कि बस हाँ मैंने conclusion लिख दिया. In conclusion you should start by concluding, comma दे के then put up your views, or you can begin by all in all, overall, है ना. ऐसे linkers आपको conclusion में भी use करने हैं, ठीक है, conclusion में भी use करने हैं. Then talking about introduction में जैसे मैंने बताया, if you have good knowledge about the topic, you can begin by introduction. Introduction shall not be like that of the general studies answer. You shall elaborate it, है ना. You are not writing a 150 word answer, you are writing a 1200 word essay, so you shall also elaborate the इंट्रोडक्शन, ठीक है. और यू कैन स्टार्ट बाय अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी, है ना, कि शॉर्ट स्टोरी हेल्थ पे सपोज आपका एसे है, हेल्थ पे यू कैन स्टार्ट बाय शॉर्ट स्टोरी रिलेटिंग टू कोविड, कि कोविड में ऐसी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम आई थी. किसी भी फिक्शनल कैरेक्टर को लेके आप शॉर्ट स्टोरी अपनी शुरू कर सकते हैं. और यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज द रियल लाइफ इंसिडेंट. आपकी लाइफ में कुछ ऐसा इंसिडेंट हुआ है जो कि अपने कंट्री की हेल्थ स्ट्रक्चर को समझा सकता है, तो आप उससे भी शुरू कर सकते हैं अपना ऐसे. और यू कैन ऑल्सो स्टार्ट बाय quote from some renowned personalities. Quote में you shall remember one thing, it is better to place a quote if you remember by which personality it was given. Whenever you are using any ambiguous quote, then it is not much reliable, because examiner will think that you are just flaunting out your essay. So try to use the quote for which you remember who has given it, so that you can write the name of the person at the end of the quote. ठीक है, end of the quote. Then for substantiating your arguments, suppose there is a some kind of essay for अगर हम कहें कि is federalism good for India, है ना. Suppose this is a fictional topic that is federalism good for India. तो इसमें you can agree, you can disagree, but either way you are going, you shall substantiate your agreement by putting up reliable facts with reliable sources, like law commission reports, है ना, economic survey और नीति आयोग रिपोर्ट. सो यू शैल कम्युनिकेट योर फैक्ट्स विद द एम्पल एंड रिलायबल सोर्स. ऐसा नहीं है कि अपने ही फैक्ट बना के आप वहां पे दिए जा रहे हैं. और इफ यू एग्री और इफ यू डिसएग्री, ईदर वे यू हैव टू सब्सटेंशिएट, है ना. यू शैल पुट अप योर आर्ग्यूमेंट. जैसा आप अगर मुझे कुछ चीज समझाना चाह रहे हैं, है ना, इफ फादर वांट्स टू एक्सप्लेन हिज सन समथिंग, then he shall put up the reliable argument, है ना. ऐसे कुछ भी बोलोगे तो कोई नहीं समझेगा जब तक आप अपने आर्ग्यूमेंट के लिए कुछ उसको सब्सटेंशियल चीज आप पेश ना करें. जैसा कोर्ट्स में होता है ना, whenever there is a case going on in court asks for evidence. If you don't have evidence, then you are not substantiating your case. So you have to get that evidence, you have to get that substantiative arguments for either way you are going, agreeing or disagreeing. ठीक है, agreeing or disagreeing. Then for conclusion जैसे मैंने आपको बताया linkers use करने, all in all, overall, concluding, like these. And also in conclusion you shall go for way forward. कि these I have communicated lacunas in health structure, I have communicated positives of health structure, I have communicated government initiatives. In way forward you can put up your personal opinion कि I feel these things can be improved in this manner. Or if you know example from any foreign countries कि UK, USA are practicing such kind of schemes, so we can replicate those schemes in Indian structure by modifying it for the Indian needs, है ना. तो way forward में आपको बताना है कि चीजें कैसे अच्छी की जा सकती हैं, what approach can be taken from your point of view. That will show how innovative you are, है ना, and it will quietly impress the reader also कि इस बंदे की ऐसी थिंकिंग एंड इज क्वाइट प्रोमिनेंट इन इनोवेटिव सॉल्यूशंस, कि अपनी तरफ से सॉल्यूशन दे सकता है. ठीक है. देन बात आती है बॉडी. है ना। जब आप बॉडी में जाते हैं, डजंट मैटर इट इज अ फिलोसफिकल ऐसे और स्टैटिक ऐसे, आई हैव टोल्ड यू गो फॉर हॉरिजॉन्टल डायमेंशन। सोशली उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट है, पॉलिटिकली इम्पैक्ट, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली इम्पैक्ट, इकोनॉमिकली, इन्वायरमेंटली, है ना। तो ये सब इम्पैक्ट जब आप बताओगे, यू विल गो इनटू वेरी हॉरिजॉन्टल डायमेंशन, तो आपकी बॉडी क्या हो जाएगी, ब्रॉड हो जाएगी, एंड यू विल बी एबल टू fulfill the requirement of those 1200 words or 10 pages which have been asked by the examiner। ठीक है, तो बॉडी आपको हॉरिजॉन्टल डायमेंशन में ज्यादा लेके जानी है बजाय इन वर्टिकल डायमेंशन, है ना। एक डायमेंशन को ज्यादा समझाने से अच्छा है हर डायमेंशन को थोड़ा थोड़ा करके यू शैल कम्युनिकेट इट टू द एग्जामिनर। ठीक है, तो ये एक प्रॉपर ऐसे का मैनर है, आपका रिदम आपका वहां पे होना चाहिए। there shall be proper structure, there shall be proper sentence formation, grammatical error should not be there, है ना। proper sentence formation, proper vocabulary shall be there, linker shall be there। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि बीच में कहीं रिदम टूट गया देन शुरू हो रहा है, रिदम shall be continuous from beginning till the end। ठीक है, so this is the basic approach of the essay which I had followed, and this approach I had learned from Anudeep Durishetty sir। जब उनका क्लियर हुआ था तो उन्होंने अपनी अप्रोच बताई थी, तो I took the clues from his approach and I modified it according to my needs। आप भी अपनी तरफ से इसको मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं, बट try to keep the basic approach intact, है ना। तो try to keep the basic approach intact and keep practicing the essay। वीक में एक या दो ऐसे आपको प्रैक्टिस करने पड़ेंगे, तभी आप वहां पे जाके लिख पाएंगे। ठीक है, तो दिस इज द बेसिक अप्रोच। आपको कोई अपनी तरफ से डाउट पूछने हैं तो नाउ यू कैन आस्क योर डाउट्स।
हाय सर।
हाँ जी
हेलो सर।
अनिकेत। हाँ जी अनिकेत।
सर एक्चुअली मेरा डाउट फिलोसफिकल ऐसे से रिलेटेड था। सर
जी जी।
एक्चुअली आई एम नॉट अ वेरी क्रिएटिव पर्सन व्हेन इट कम्स टू राइटिंग। तो सर होता क्या है, या तो मेरे पास फिलोसफिकल ऐसे में बिल्कुल कंटेंट नहीं होता, बिल्कुल ब्लैंक हो जाता है, या तो सर इतना कंटेंट होता है कि मैं बहुत इमोशनल ऐसे लिख देता हूँ। तो
जी
सर
जी।
आप कुछ फ्रेमवर्क्स बताएंगे, मतलब स्पेशली फिलोसफिकल ऐसे के लिए, बिकॉज जीएस वाला ऐसे के लिए स्टिल आप एक सिंपल एक ऐसे
हाँ
लिख
हाँ।
सकते हैं, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्यूशन वे फॉरवर्ड, बट फिलोसफिकल ऐसे में ब्रेक डाउन करना, उसको एक्सपैंड करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है।
जी जी जी। देखिए अनिकेत, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इन फिलोसफिकल ऐसे यू शैल अंडरस्टैंड द कंटेक्स्ट ऑफ द हेडिंग, है ना। जो भी टॉपिक है उसका कंटेक्स्ट आपको समझ आना चाहिए। लाइक मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया, लाइफ इज अ लॉन्ग जर्नी फ्रॉम ह्यूमन बीइंग टू बीइंग ह्यूमन। जब
यस
तक आप उसका क्रक्स नहीं समझ पाएंगे ना कि एक्चुअली में वो कम्युनिकेट कर क्या रहा है ना, जब तक आप
जी
उसके
सर।
डायमेंशन को एक्सपेंड नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फिलोसफिकल ऐसे जो भी आप पिक करते हैं, सपोज यू आर पिकिंग वन आउट ऑफ द फोर ऑप्शंस आर देयर, सो
यस सर।
पिक, डोंट पिक दैट ऐसे। कि कई बार कैंडिडेट्स ऐसा करते हैं कि ये ऐसे अनलाइकली, इसको काफी कम लोग अटेम्प्ट करेंगे, मैं अटेम्प्ट कर देता हूँ, हो सकता है इंप्रेशन अच्छा पड़े। बट ऐसी अप्रोच नहीं होनी चाहिए आपकी, वही ऐसे अटेम्प्ट करो जो आपको सबसे अच्छा समझ आया है ना।
यस।
जब तक समझ नहीं आएगा तो आप उसकी तरफ नहीं जा सकते। सेकेंड थिंग, जब आपको कंटेक्स्ट समझ आ गया, देन गो विद अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी इन बिगिनिंग। जैसे मूवीज में एक कैरेक्टर होता है, बिल्ड अप योर कैरेक्टर। सपोज यू आर बिल्डिंग अप कैरेक्टर बॉय नेम्ड हर्ष, है ना, बॉय
यस
नेम्ड
सर।
हर्ष। जो ये एग्जांपल दिया ह्यूमन बीइंग टू बीइंग ह्यूमन, आप उसमें ये कह सकते हैं कि व्हेन सिविलाइजेशन स्टार्टेड, वी एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग वी स्टार्टेड बिल्डिंग अप सोसाइटीज, है ना। हमने कुछ रूल्स बनाए, वी मूव्ड अवे फ्रॉम द एनिमल नेचर। पहले हम एनिमल नेचर के थे, बाद में हम ह्यूमन बीइंग की तरह एकदम पास आते गए, सोसाइटीज और पॉपुलेशन हमने क्रिएट की। बट फिर आप बट बताएंगे, है ना, फिर आप बीइंग ह्यूमन का डायमेंशन बताएंगे कि अभी भी सोसाइटी में एक्सीडेंट्स होते हैं, रेप्स होते हैं, क्रुएल्टी होती है ना, इनह्यूमननेस होती है, कि हम ह्यूमन बीइंग तो बन चुके हैं बट कहीं ना कहीं अभी तक बीइंग ह्यूमन हमारे अंदर नहीं आ पाया। तो वो एक शॉर्ट स्टोरी से जब आप इस चीज को समझा देंगे तो एग्जामिनर समझ जाएगा कि आप आगे ऐसे में क्या कम्युनिकेट करना चाह रहे हैं। ठीक है, फिर
यस सर।
आगे आप जैसे स्टैटिक वाले पोर्शन में डायमेंशन फॉलो करेंगे वैसे इसमें भी करेंगे। सपोज मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूं, आप बता रहे हो पॉलिटिकल डायमेंशन। इन पॉलिटिकल डायमेंशन हमने इंस्टीट्यूशंस तो क्रिएट कर दिए, लाइक पार्लियामेंट क्रिएट कर दिया, लेजिस्लेचर, एग्जीक्यूटिव क्रिएट कर दिए, बट अभी भी हमें पता है कि पार्लियामेंट में कितने लेजिस्लेचर्स के ऊपर क्रिमिनल केसेस हैं, है ना। तो आप
सर।
ये बता सकते हो, एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग वी हैव बिल्ड अप द इंस्टीट्यूशंस बट स्टिल देयर आर क्रिमिनलाइजेशन इन द लेजिस्लेचर। तो बीइंग ह्यूमन तक जाने में अभी देयर इज अ लॉन्ग जर्नी। जब तक वो क्रिमिनलाइजेशन रेट 0 नहीं हो जाता लेजिस्लेचर में, हम बीइंग
यस
ह्यूमन
सर।
की तरफ मूव नहीं कर सकते, है ना।
यस सर।
सिमिलरली आप इकोनॉमिकल डायमेंशन में भी बता सकते हो कि कई लोग कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ वेल्थ हम पढ़ते हैं, कि कई लोगों के पास इतना पैसा है और कई लोगों के पास खाने को खाना भी नहीं है। तो हम ह्यूमन बीइंग के तौर पे हमने मनी तो क्रिएट कर दिया, मीन्स ऑफ एक्सचेंज तो क्रिएट कर दिए, बट बीइंग ह्यूमन तक जाने में हम जब तक हर किसी को इक्वल वेल्थ या मतलब प्रॉपर स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग नहीं दे पाएंगे तो बीइंग ह्यूमन का हमारा जो लक्ष्य है, जो हमारा एम है, वो पूरा नहीं हो पाएगा। तो
यस सर,
इसमें भी आप ऐसे सेवरल डायमेंशन में अपने टॉपिक को समझा सकते हैं।
यस सर।
ठीक है
सर एक और डाउट सर,
हाँ जी।
सर जैसे आप ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करते थे तो दोनों टॉपिक के साथ में करते थे या एक टॉपिक का
नहीं
पहले
नहीं,
करके कंप्लीट
वन
करके?
वन टॉपिक एट वन टाइम। जब भी आप
ऑलराइट सर,
ऐसे के लिए अप्रोच करो, फिक्स लाइक 9 बजे पेपर शुरू होगा आपका, तो सेक्शन ए के लिए रखो कि 9 से 10:30 तक मुझे ये ऐसे कंप्लीट करना है। उस
यस
टाइम
सर।
में डो नॉट थिंक अबाउट द सेक्शन बी, सेक्शन बी के बारे में मत सोचो।
सर
ठीक
आप
है
देखते थे वैसे सेक्शन बी को, मतलब पढ़ लेते थे
हाँ,
टॉपिक्स
जब
या वो
जब
देखते?
आपको पेपर मिलता है, पेपर आपको 5 to 7 मिनट्स पहले मिल जाता है, ठीक है, तो उसमें आप टॉपिक्स देख सकते हो, चूज कर सकते हो, हाँ भाई सेक्शन ए में मैं ये करूंगा, सेक्शन बी में ये करूंगा। बट जब आप सेक्शन ए का अटेम्प्ट करने जा रहे हो,
यस
उसमें
सर।
आप सेक्शन बी के बारे में मत सोचो, सिर्फ उसी पे काम करो 1.5 घंटे के लिए। ठीक है
ऑलराइट सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर।
ओके ओके अनिकेत।
Sir, if you can hear me, first
Yeah,
of all, congratulations on your
thank
success. My
thank
question
you.
is related to structure of the essay.
Yeah.
Is it advisable to first start with the body and then introduction and then conclusion? What is
See,
your suggestion?
the basic thing I told you about essay is that the structure is the most prominent aspect of the essay, है ना? Maybe you are having a high quality of content. You are having a high quality of content, but if you are not able to put it into the proper structure, the examiner will be confused. You cannot start by body early and give the introduction later, or you cannot start by giving conclusion in the front, है ना? You can't give
Yes.
conclusion means before you have explained your opinions. So you shall go for introduction in the first place. After you have given the introduction, then you shall expand your body, you shall communicate the various dimensions of your topic. Then at the end, keeping those dimensions in mind, keeping the introduction in mind, then you shall frame your way forward or conclusion ki I have communicated these things to you, now I feel that this approach should be followed in the coming future. So there shall be proper structure. Begin with a short story, introduce your topic, communicate the basic theme of your topic, go for body, go for various dimensions, then at the end go for the conclusion. That shall be the proper structure of your essay.
Okay, sir. But introduction requires a very interesting paragraph or something like that. So I thought if it
No,
can
no,
keep at a
but if you go for body in place of introduction in the first instance, then it will give a confusing arena to the examiner. He won't be able to understand your basic theme, है ना? Like
yes.
you are as a person, suppose we are communicative, we are interacting. First of all, you will introduce yourself, है ना? This is so and so, my name, I have done
No,
this, I
sir.
have done.
We'll introduce, but what my point is, after writing body and then coming at the introduction and then last conclusion. So my
No,
question is
but
that.
introduction shall be in the first place, no? Like you have chosen the topic, first of all you will explain the theme of that topic to the examiner, so that you can communicate that I have understood the theme of the topic, and in the body I will explain according to my opinions. So introduction would be coming first, obviously.
Okay,
So
okay.
I
Thank you.
think he's
Yeah, please.
so while
Yes,
writing the essay, should we make the stance on the topic known to our stance to the topic known to the examiner in the first para itself, or should we do it when we're concluding?
the most pragmatic approach would be that you shall communicate various opinions. Like if you are agreeing or disagreeing, you should go for the balancing of approach, है ना? You shall also criticize, you shall also put up the positive points. But if you want to give your personal opinion, that then you can give your personal opinion at the end of the body or at the beginning of the conclusion. ठीक है? Got it? At the end of the body, you can give your personal opinion. Before that, you shall communicate each and every dimension to the examiner.
So when you say theme, that you
Yeah.
should make the examiner aware of the theme. What
Yeah.
exactly are you trying?
The main aim of explaining the theme is that whenever you get a topic for essay, right? whenever you get the topic of essay, if you are going for a short story, why I'm telling you to go for a short story at the beginning, so that when you explain that story, suppose I am giving an example about health. Suppose there is an essay regarding health. So you can go for a story that there is a girl named so and so. She's from a poor family background. She was quite intelligent, but due to a cholera, due to the polluted water drinking at the village level, she got ill. And that out of pocket expenditure we have read about ki jo bhi normal population, its pocket expenditure is maximum in hospitalization. So during this story, you are giving an idea to the examiner. They have understood what is health about in our country, and you also understand what are the lacunas which the common people are facing in our country regarding the health infrastructure. So with this story, you are communicating that you have actually understood the theme of the topic and what are you going to elaborate in the coming part of your essay. ठीक है, either you can go for short story or you can go for introduction as in कि health जब sector आप समझा रहे हो, you can go like the present health structure in India is like primary health structure, then community health center, then district hospitals, then AIIMS and the specialized institute. So you have to give the introductory para so that he can realize that you have got the proper understanding of the topic you are going to write about. Okay.
Okay. And what is the proportion of facts and figures that we can use in essay?
The fact and figures shall not be crowded. In fact, when you are going for dimension, suppose you are going for political dimension, है ना? Like in a criminalization topic, you are going for political dimension. Elaborate the political dimension and give just one fact. State only one fact so that you can substantiate your argument from either economic survey or any law commission report or any report. Do not crowd your essay with the facts. Just give one fact with each dimension and it will be more than enough. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Avantika.
So my question is that if I'm concluding the conclusion by my view, so should I conclude it with positive approach or a negative approach?
Yeah, very good question, Avantika. See, during conclusion, if whether you're going for your personal opinion or whether you are going for a different approach, always go for a positive approach. Okay? Never go for a negative approach, because at the end of the day, the examiner is trying to judge you from your words. If you are having a positive approach, if you are having an optimistic approach, the examiner would be impressed कि ये बंदा है, the girl or the boy, he is having positive approach and he is an ample candidate for running the administration of the country. If the person is negative, if his conclusion is negative, then it will give a negative approach to the examiner. So always try to go for the optimistic approach. Okay.
So, but we are showing challenges in body also. So
yeah, you are showing challenges. You have talked about criticism and challenges, but whenever you're going for conclusion, you shall communicate that these challenges can also be overcome by this approach, whatever you are trying to communicate, because you are going into the administration to correct the lacunas or correct the challenges. है ना? If you are just ranking about कि ये challenges हैं, हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते, then there is no use of yourself going into the administration. है ना? We are going there for a change. है ना? We can change these kind of challenges. So you have to be optimistic at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Congratulations. And I'm also a veterinary doctor, sir. So yeah,
wow.
I started my preparation. So what I'm doing is I'm being too straight while writing the answer. Just like in a medicine we write for a question. So I'm trying to be too straight. Like whatever they are asking, I'm going to that point only. I think going to surroundings. So how regularly we need to write the essay questions and daily while practicing the GS 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it better to go with a 1 question from each part, or we can go first GS 1, 2, 3, and 4?
See, Harika, whenever you're going for preparation, like you are beginning your preparation with GS1, है ना? So go for exclusively GS1 preparation. Write your answers like you have set a target that in this week I would complete my GS1 syllabus. So daily practice 1 to 2 questions of GS1 only. while you are reading GS1, don't cover GS2 or GS3 questions because you are not having content available. You have not prepared it yet. So you will go into depression. Ki, I am not able to write the answer related to different topics. So whenever you're starting preparation, like if you are started with GS1, exclusively practice the daily answer writing 1 or 2 questions for that topic only. Okay. For essay, you can write 1 to 2 essay every Saturday and Sunday. You can go for that.
Okay, sir. And the
Yeah.
prelims is being too factual and right.
Yeah.
And it's totally different from year to year. So how should be the strategy for that also?
See, for prelims, the strategy shall be that you shall be confident in your static syllabus. I always tell students that when you have control on your static, like if you talk about polity, you have seen that Lakshmikant book is more than enough for polity. And every question in prelims, whether 12 to 15 questions are there, they come from that book only. If you have not command of that very book, then you are just going into backward of the competition, है ना. आपको पता है लक्ष्मीकांत एक बुक है, यू आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन दैट, एंड आपको ये भी पता है कि जो क्वेश्चन प्रीलिम्स में आएंगे दे वोंट कम आउट ऑफ दैट बुक, and current affairs also obviously. So you have to get a good command of the static syllabus. You have to be clear in your basic concepts, whether it's of economy or polity or history. You have to be clear in basic concepts and you have to be in control of the static knowledge. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपसे फंडामेंटल राइट्स के बारे में कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा गया एंड यू आर getting that wrong. You can't afford to get that question wrong because everyone is going to correct that very question. Okay, so keep command on your static portion and you will easily sail through the prelims. This is the only strategy.
So and in GS1 also, like the question is, they will be saying British has had an impact on India, right? So whether in that question, how will they going for positively or negatively? Like there were some advantages of their coming into India also and some disadvantages also. So how we need to conclude such question?
Yeah, Arika, actually, we will be taking up the session on GS1 and GS2 tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So it would be better, in my opinion, that if you stick to the essay today, you can ask these doubts tomorrow session also.
Okay, so fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, anyone else want to ask something? Regarding essay, we will be conducting separate session on GS1 and GS2 also tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So it would be advisable to stick to the essay only.
So, can we suppose we have content for a topic, but the question is on a related topic. Yeah. Can we force a content into the essay just because the content is very good? Like, for example, there was a topic of new woman.
Okay.
But and suppose I have very good content on patriarchy, which is a related concept. So can I force this content in my essay? Will I be penalized for it?
No. There is no penalization unless you breach the rules of the mains instructions which are given in the notification. If you suppose there are some times where we have prepared our essays, we have prepared content on some other topic and some other relatable topic come into the examination. Obviously, you can use your knowledge which you have prepared, but you shall go with some kind of intelligence. है ना? ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि that you are forcing that content into your topic. You shall use the content into an ample manner so that you can link that very content to the topic you have chosen for writing the essay. The examiner shall not feel that you are forcing your content into that very topic. Just keep that thing in mind. Intelligently, you can obviously use any kind of content in your essay. Okay, there is no such kind of thing that you will be penalized.
So based on your experience of essay previous year's questions, can you tell maybe 5-6 areas which have a very high probability of getting repeated?
Yeah, see, there are quite some areas like women. Women issues are every year there is 1 or 2 topics in essay regarding women issues. Okay. So women and society is one of the domain which you should prepare exclusively. Then health, education, these are the sectors from which you can get essay easily in every year. Economic dimension, like concentration of wealth and all these things, economic dimension shall also be prepared because it is also a frequently occurring topic. Moreover, internal security is one of the topic which can come frequently, and international affairs also. So these 5 domains have women and society. education and health, international affairs, internal security, and also technology like AI or robotics जो भी नई technology आ रही है. So these 5 domains are of high frequency occurring in the essay topics. But in 2020 we have encountered that all the topics were related to somewhat inclined towards philosophical approach. So we can't say what UPSC is up to, but these 5 domains you should prepare exclusively because you have high probability of this topic occurring in your exam. Okay.
And sir, you mentioned a lot about stories and quotes. Do you
Yes.
recommend any channel which we can get easy access to such
Yeah.
essay quotes? Story?
Which newspaper have you preferred, Harsha, for reading?
Indian Express.
Yeah, in Indian Express, on the first editorial page, on the right hand corner, every day there comes a quote of prominent personality. So you can note down those quotes on everyday basis according to your convenience, which you are able to remember easily. So you can use those quotes. You can like learn those at the end of the preparation, like you are going for essay 2 days before essay. You can remember those quotes and you can use it into your essay. तो quotes आप वहां से note कर सकते हो from Indian Express newspaper. Moreover, when we are talking about stories, then the stories can be picked up from history also. In history you read about Jainism, Buddhism, है ना? Or if you have ability to read out the stories like fictional stories or non-fictional books, if you have habit of reading those or magazine reading habit, then you can pick up stories from those also. Or if you are not going for any approach, like you are quite busy in your preparation, you can go for book reading, then whenever you are going for editorial reading, in editorial also there are some kind of anecdotes, है ना? You will encounter on everyday basis some kind of anecdotes or short stories. You can note down those short stories or quotes in your register or your book exclusively prepared for essay, and you can use them in your exam day. So newspaper would be enough, I guess, for your these quotes and short stories area. Anyone else?
So
Good evening,
how many?
Yeah, please.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, Shweta.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, sir. Sir, my question.
Yeah,
Sir,
please continue.
Sir, my question is,
Yes.
sir, as you were stating about the course, sir, when I start the essay, can I begin the course like that like the introductory sentence or the conclusive sentence, sir? How can I put that, sir? All of a sudden or something like that in the course or single course, sir? I'm not getting this point, sir.
Yeah, see, you can use quotes in a various manner. Like first of all, you can use at the beginning of the essay. Suppose you are going for a health essay, है ना? You are going for essay on a health topic. You can use quote like from Sanskrit, that some shlok from Sanskrit or some quote on health also. You can use that quote in the beginning of the essay. Then you can go with your introductory part. Or you can also use the quote at the end of the essay, after the conclusion, at the bottom line, you can use your quote. Or you can also use the quotes in the dimension when you are going for political dimension or social dimension. If you remember a quote which is suitable for that moment, you can also use the quote into the mid of the essay. But remember one thing, do not flood your essay with quotes and facts. And don't use like you are using 10 to 12 quotes. This is not advisable. Stick to 2 to 3 quotes in your whole essay. One quote at the before the introduction at this beginning, one quote at the end of the conclusion, and one quote somewhere between the body. Okay, so stick to 2 to 3 quotes only, and you can use at the beginning before the introductory part, or at the end after the conclusion, or in between the body. Do not flood your essays with quotes. Okay.
Yes, sir. When suppose I have written a quote, then after that, have I to mention the name of the quote maker or any reference, sir? Or sir, if the quote is in Sanskrit, then I have to put this quote in English font and in Sanskrit font, like the message.
It is advisable whenever you are writing a quote that you shall mention the person who have shared it. Okay, it is advisable because the examiner would know that you have proper knowledge of that quote. You have aware that which person has given that quote. If you are going for a Sanskrit quote, obviously you can use Sanskrit language. Doesn't matter where you are writing in Hindi or English your essay, you can always use the original language of the quote. Okay, so there is no issue that you have to only use English language while writing the quote. You can also write the quote in Sanskrit language.
That means, sir, the Devanagari font.
Yeah, obviously.
And same goes
but
with
only in quote. You cannot change your language in the essay body part.
Yes, sir. And same goes with the anecdote, that wherever
anecdote or short story shall be only in the language in which you are writing your essay. This is only for the quote.
And after that, I have to mention from where I have taken this.
No. For short story, you do not have to mention anything, because it can also be a fictional story. It doesn't have to be any true story. You can frame your own story also. Just sir, you have to. Yeah.
Sir, then how to move to the real discussing thing? Or suppose I just finished the anecdote. Then how to move towards the main things that I was trying to write, the main thing that is demanded.
See, like if you are getting a essay topic on health, you are going for anecdote or some fictional story in which you have told that what are the issues facing by the health sector. Then after finishing the story, you can start your essay by making them understand what is the present the situation of the health sector. You have given your story, you have told that you have understood the theme. Then after story, you can go with the approach that you tell about the present situation of the health sector in India. कि present क्या चल रहा है health sector के अंदर. ठीक है? You can start after the story with the present situation which is presently going through in the country. Okay, then after giving the present situation, you can tell about कि अभी गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स क्या हैं, चैलेंजेस क्या हैं, लेकुनास क्या हैं. देन आप उसको बाद में गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव से रेक्टिफाई करोगे कि गवर्नमेंट हैज टेकन दीज स्टेप्स टू रेक्टिफाई दीज काइंड ऑफ लेकुनास. So after story, you shall start your essay with what is the present situation in the country regarding that topic. Okay.
Yes, sir. And sir, one thing more. Sir, in the compulsory English paper, there is a topic named as short essay. Sir, is there any difference between essay and short essay? Or if I write anything in the compulsory paper, that is right?
No. The difference is that in English paper, you have to write essay for only 600 words. And in real essay paper, you have to write for 1200 words. But there is no liability ki in that language paper, you are just taking essay lightly. You can't take essay lightly. You have to follow the same approach we are following in the essay paper. Okay, because if you would go for light approach and you would write anything just like that, you won't be getting any marks for that essay in language paper also.
But sir, in the mains paper, they titled this descriptive paper as essay, but in the compulsory paper as short essay. That's why I'm asking that what is the difference in
between? The difference is just of the word limit. Okay, in short essay there is 600 words, and in full essay there is 1200 words. That is the only difference.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes, anyone else?
So, suppose we write a poem in the essay for introduction.
Yes.
Are we supposed to also write the author?
Yeah, if you are going for poem, keep in mind that the poem shall not be too long. Only 4 to 5 sentences will make up your poem. And also it would be advisable at the end of the poem, you mention the author or poet names.
And what if it is our own poem? We cannot write our own name, right?
Own poem, I won't suggest you to write your own poem. It would be better advisable to make your own fictional story instead of the poem. Yeah.
Sir, hello, sir. Stories framed by any candidate or any renowned author does not require any mentioning of the source, right, sir?
No. In story, you don't need to mention any source.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Naveen.
सर, योजना से ऐसे का स्ट्रक्चर कॉपी कर सकते हैं?
या बिल्कुल योजना से या जो एडिटोरियल आपके न्यूज़पेपर में आ रहे हैं, आपकी अप्रोच वैसी ही होनी चाहिए ऐसे में.
यस सर, क्योंकि मैं योजना पढ़ता हूँ तो वो फ्लो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, और उसमें जो लिंकर्स हैं वो भी बहुत अच्छे हैं।
एग्जैक्टली जो एडिटोरियल और योजना वाले जो टॉपिक्स पे ऐसे आते हैं या एडिटोरियल आते हैं, वैसी ही अप्रोच आपको ऐसे के अंदर जाके रखनी, क्योंकि आप खुद देखो व्हेन यू रीड एडिटोरियल्स और व्हेन यू रीड योजना आर्टिकल्स, तो मतलब आपको अच्छा लगता है, यू हैव अ रिदम, है ना, गोइंग, देयर इज अ फ्लो गोइंग ऑन, तो वही फ्लो एग्जामिनर भी आपसे एक्सपेक्ट करता है कि आप उसे प्रोड्यूस करके दो।
यस सर। सर फिलोसॉफिकल एसे के लिए कंटेंट कहाँ से इंक्रीज करें? फिलोसॉफिकल एसेस के लिए
कंटेंट आपका जनरल स्टडीज की प्रिपरेशन से ही आएगा, ठीक है?
ओके सर।
कंटेंट वहीं से आएगा, बस फिलोसॉफिकल ऐसे में आपको ये चीज देखनी है कि आप मतलब जो रियल लाइफ इंसिडेंट इंक्लूड करने चाहिए आपको उसमें, कि सपोज हेल्थ, मतलब कोई ऐसा जो ह्यूमन बीइंग वाला मैंने एग्जांपल दिया, आप उसमें अपने रियल लाइफ ऐसे भी एग्जांपल दे सकते हैं कि कभी आपने ऐसी चीज इनकाउंटर की हो जहां पे आपने क्रुएलिटी देखी हो ह्यूमन बीइंग के पार्ट पे, है ना, तो वो आप वहां पे कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हैं। फिलोसॉफिकल ऐसे का मतलब है कि आप उस बात को बस एग्जाम्पल से कितना अच्छे से समझा पा रहे हैं सामने वाले आदमी को।
ओके सर।
यस,
थैंक यू सर।
ओके ना।
हेलो सर।
हेलो,
am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question, and that is how to evaluate our own answer of essay, as if there is no one to evaluate that.
Aanchal, see, this is quite difficult कि आप खुद ऐसे लिख रहे हैं, खुद ही evaluate कर रहे हैं, है ना? Means we have read in polity that you can't be judge in your own case. So it would be better advisable. Instead, if you have no, I don't say that you shall go for a teacher only. You can get your essay checked by your friends or your family members who is somewhat educated. They can give you some of the opinions which they feel is quite important. But it would be advisable कि you go for a teacher for your essay checking.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, which essay test series would you recommend?
See, essay test series, there are quite a lot of test series going on, but I would suggest for mains or essay, you shall go for this mentorship kind of program, so that any teacher can guide you in a proper manner. कि आपकी क्या गलतियां जा रही हैं and what approach shall you follow in the future coming essays. So I would suggest you shall go for mentorship programs instead of just going for a particular test series where you are getting checked essay, but you have no one to talk about your mistakes.
How many, like, do you recommend that, especially because you have a short time right now?
Yeah.
How many do you recommend we can do?
Before exam, you should at least write 5 to 6 essays before you sit into the mains exam. Hello?
Individual essays or essay paper, which includes 2 essays?
No, individual essays would be fine. You shall not go for whole essay paper, because obviously in essay paper also you are going to write individually, है ना? This doesn't matter that you have to write 2 essays on a go. You can go for individual 5 to 6 essays before the exam.
What are the maximum marks you can hope for in an essay paper?
See, in an essay, if you are quite brilliant in framing your structure and your language command is quite good and your content is also good, then you can easily expect above 130. Although it depends on the trend, sometimes essays are marked quite good. You can also get 150 to 160 also. But if there is also strict checking, the marks are on the lower margin, you can easily get above 120 if your essay is quite good.
So can the interlinking parts, I'm still a bit confused about. Can you like explain some more? How can we interlink the paragraphs to give that smooth flow?
Yeah, interlinking, like suppose I'm talking to you. See, I'm talking about artificial intelligence, है ना? I'm saying that artificial intelligence is quite a revolutionary technology and it shall be worked upon in the near future, है ना? I am giving you the advantages of artificial intelligence, but the term when we use but we are trying to communicate the other opinion also. Like these are the advantages of artificial intelligence. I have communicated it in a single paragraph. In next paragraph, I want to communicate about the disadvantages. So I cannot start that outrightly कि these are the disadvantages of AI. I will instead use the interlinker however. These are positives of AI. However, there are some negatives aspect of AI also. So this, however, is a linker which communicate that now you are going to talk about the negative side of the artificial intelligence. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. And you were saying something about questions.
Question, if you are going for interrogation approach, then you can start your paragraph with, is there any challenges of AI also? Or are there only positive aspects? You can frame this kind of question before the paragraph.
So, so if we are giving, suppose, the pros of an essay, so do we use the pestle approach to give all the pros, like political, economical, technical, and then
Yes. You shall go for various dimensions.
But when we are giving negative, again we should do the use the pestle approach.
Yeah, again negative also you can use their various dimensions, because if you are going for only one dimension, you would be run out of your words also, है ना? कुछ देर में आपको लगेगा कि अब आगे मैं क्या लिखूं. So dimension approach is very good approach where you would suffice your 1200 words also, and you will also communicate your opinions in various fields. So it's better to go for dimensional approach, whether you are communicating positive aspects or negative aspects.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, while going through Yojana or Kurukshetra,
yes,
we can find that there are several data like some digital data, etc. Sir, can we put this digital data in the essay?
Yeah,
for example, 6.5%, etc. Can we put this kind of thing, sir?
Yes, you can surely. Yojana is an authentic source, है ना? Yojana is an authentic source, and whenever you are reading Yojana or Kurukshetra, any of the magazine, you will observe that they always quote the fact with a reliable source. You will observe that thing. So it is advisable. You can use the fact, but always use it with a reliable source. कि आपको source पता हो उस चीज का.
Then, sir, if Yojana is quoting some reliable source that this is taken from that, and I am quoting from Yojana, then what is my source, sir? That is Yojana or that source?
No, that very source which Yojana has used.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you cannot state the fact and write that I have picked it from Yojana. No, you have to quote the original source from where that data is picked up.
Vinny?
Yes, sir.
Can we do one thing that the important editorial from the Yojana we can share, or we can tell them that only these are the important ones and just do from there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that they won't waste their time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next question.
Sir?
Yes, Shweta.
Sir, my next question is, suppose I want to highlight any of my point in the essay, then how can I highlight?
If you want to highlight any point, you can, if you are writing with a blue ballpoint pen, then you can highlight with a black ballpoint pen.
By underlining, sir?
Yeah, by underlining. Don't go for any sketch pen or highlighter. That won't give a sober approach of your essay. Go for a different color pen and you can underline the facts or the information you want to highlight.
And sir, can we mention any chart or something like that in the essay?
No. Don't go for this presentation approach which you follow in general studies in essay, because essay is particularly a paragraph form type of abstract. So don't go for any this flow chart or anything else. It won't be advisable.
Okay, sir. And sir, as if I am using two colored pens, then is there any restriction that I have to use any single color pen like our board exams?
No, there is no restriction, but if you have begun your essay with a blue ballpoint pen, then you shall go for whole essay with a blue ballpoint pen only. You shall not change it in between. The other color pen, you can use it for underlining or highlighting the facts.
Okay, sir. And sir, suppose the information that is digital information that I already stated that 6.5%, that I have to write it like the Yojana that in the digital format, or I have to write it in the Word format?
You have to write it in the Word format only in your essay paper.
And in the GS, can be.
In GS, you can follow any kind of approach. There is no much restriction in that very GS paper.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
हेलो सर.
Yes, Naveen.
सर अभी मेरा जो ऐसे के लिए अप्रोच है वो ऐसा है कि मैं कुछ सिलेक्टेड टॉपिक से, जैसे हेल्थ हो गया, टूरिज्म हो गया, या कोई सब्जेक्टिव टॉपिक है, उसके लिए मैं कुछ मॉडल ऐसे रीड कर रहा हूँ अभी, ताकि मेरा कंटेंट और थोड़ा बहुत नॉलेज बढ़े ऐसे के लिए.
ओके.
तो ये अप्रोच सही है कि गलत है? नहीं,
बिल्कुल सही है. अगर आपको सोर्स है, आपके पास ऐसे हैं, जैसे विजन के कई बार हमने भी पढ़े हैं कि जो मॉडल एसेज होते हैं लाइक हेल्थ पे, एजुकेशन पे, जुडिशियरी पे, ऑब्वियसली दैट इज अ गुड अप्रोच कि आपके पास थोड़ा कंटेंट उसी से तैयार हो जाएगा, है ना, कि इससे रिलेटेड अगर कुछ आ भी गया तो आपके पास कंटेंट तैयार है. तो इट इज अ वेरी गुड अप्रोच, यू शुड गो फॉर इट.
यस, क्योंकि सर मेरा सेक्शन ए के लिए जो सब्जेक्टिव टॉपिक्स आते हैं, कुछ जो करंट अफेयर्स में, करंट न्यूज़ सिनेरियो में चल रहे हैं, उसके लिए सेक्शन ए के लिए ऐसे मेरे को इजी पड़ रहा है. लेकिन जब फिलोसॉफिकल ऐसे की बात आती है तो वहां पर मुझे खुद फील होता है कि मेरे को डिफिकल्टी तो हो रही है लिखने में, प्लस मेरा ऐसे भी इतना क्वालिटी में इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं आ रहा है. तो फिलोसॉफिकल ऐसे के लिए, जैसे कि आपने कहा कि आप न्यूज़पेपर रीड कीजिए, जीएस का कुछ GS4 का थोड़ा हेल्प ले सकते हैं. तो फिलोसॉफिकल ऐसे अगर मैं 6 एग्जाम, हाँ सर एक चीज और, प्रीलिम्स अभी हो चुका है और मेंस आने वाला है, तो इस दौरान मैं फिलोसॉफिकल ऐसे पे ज्यादा फोकस करूं कि अपने सब्जेक्टिव ऐसे पे?
देखिए, अभी अगर आप मेंस दे रहे हैं तो आपको दोनों पे ही फोकस करना पड़ेगा, है ना.
ओके सर.
इन केस आप अगले साल के एग्जाम की तैयारी करें तो आप पहले अपने एथिक्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग करके फिलोसॉफिकल एसेज को प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं इन मीन टाइम, क्योंकि स्टैटिक जो ऐसे हैं वो आप इजीली कर लोगे, क्योंकि आपके पास कंटेंट की कमी नहीं है वहाँ पे.
यस सर.
है ना.
यस सर. तो सर आप एक लास्ट पॉइंट बता दीजिए, प्रीलिम्स और मेंस के बीच जो अभी होने वाला है उसमें कितने ऐसे प्रैक्टिस और कर लूं मैं, फिलोसॉफिकल ऐसे कितने और प्रैक्टिस कर लूं?
5 से 6 ऐसे तो आप प्रैक्टिस कर ही लीजिए.
ओके सर.
ओके सर. 5 से 6 ऐसे काफी होंगे, आपको पता चल जाएगा क्या आपके ड्रॉबैक्स हैं और किस किस एरिया में आपको इम्प्रूव करने की जरूरत है.
ओके सर. सर और आप GS के लिए सेशन कब लेंगे?
GS1 के लिए कल है, GS2 के लिए परसों.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
ओके.
गुड इवनिंग सर.
Good evening.
My question to you is ki how to overcome the fear of not writing an essay. Like I always feel ki I can write good answers in GS paper, but when it comes to essay, I feel like I cannot write holistically on particular topic, and I end up not writing it only. So how to overcome that?
Yes, see, this is a fear quite with, matlab, I have seen many aspirants which are quite comfortable in writing GS answers, but they are uncomfortable in writing essay. But the means जो hard line है, जो practical चीज है, that is कि the more you practice, the more you get skilled in your this essay kind of topics. तो वो तो आपको practice से ही आएगा, है ना. There is no solution कि you are just going away from the writing of the essays, you are just बचना ये सब. This is not a solution. You have to just make up your mind and you have to go for essay. At least 1 to 2 essay in a week, you can go for that, and you will observe that around in a fortnight or in a month's time, you will see improvement in your essay quality. So you will gain the confidence in that.
Vineet, may I add some of the point?
Yes.
The same issue I was facing when I was preparing for the exam, that yes, tomorrow I will write, and then I was like, no, first let me collect some content and this and that. What I did, that I started writing my first essay. That was very poor, very bad, no doubt about it. But then what I did now, that I made it a rule that whenever I am free and whenever I will get the time, I will write essay. So there were days when I feel like I don't want to study anything or I don't want to do anything, I used to write essay, and within let's say 10 days, I wrote 2 to 3 essay, and then I was comfortable. Although the quality was poor, but I was able to write essay. And that is the thing which you need. That initially just write poor essay, no issue with that. But with the time, trust me, you will be very much comfortable in writing the essay.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, Harsha.
So I have written a few essays, but this thing that I'm noticing is that essay is very subjective. Like if I give the same essay to 3 people, they will have 3 different opinions for it.
Yes.
So how do I, or like, how will I know that, okay, which opinion the examiner is of? Like, how do I create such an essay that it appeals to everyone?
See, this is quite a subjective approach, and it also depends on the examiner who is checking your essay. Hai? You might have seen the variation in the marks. See, someone gets good marks in one of the mains, and in other mains he might not get good marks. So it also varies from examiner to examiner, but a standard approach shall be maintained. Okay, you have got a topic, you shall communicate your dimensions. The talk I was talking about dimensional approach, that is quite a standard approach. If you are following dimensional approach, there won't be much of the variation in the marks awarded to you. But if you are going for a drastic change in your approach, then there can be a large variation in your marks. So follow the standard approach of the dimensions, and you will see that there won't be much variation in the marks awarded by you. Doesn't matter who is checking your essay then. Okay, so maintain your standard approach for the essay.
And for the essay, please, whomsoever you are taking the help, make sure that that person has some knowledge about essay. Otherwise, you will be having some of your friends or some faculty, they might not have the knowledge about essay, and there is a possibility that you might be getting 140 plus, and just by some advices, you might land up at 90 or 94. The same thing happened with some of my friends, and they got 154 in 2017. In 2018 they changed their strategy and they got 93, 94 marks. So please, for essay especially, whomsoever is checking or seeing your essay, that person should have some knowledge about essay.
And also, sir, are we, like, suppose we have a point of view about women, are we supposed to be passionate in our essay or like very neutral, because we don't want to, show that we are very heavy on this point of view? What would be a better approach?
See, the approach in not only in essay, in also your JS exam, in whole of the mains exam, you should have a balanced approach and a neutral approach, I would say. Don't show the examiner that you are quite excited about that topic. If you are having political science as optional and you have got any topic related to that in essay and you are quite enthusiastic about that, so don't get swayed about by emotions. Keep neutral approach, keep a balanced approach. Okay. Anyone else?
Guys, any last 2 doubts? Because tomorrow we will be sitting for GS. I think Vineet, you have covered all the dimensions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Vineet, for taking out time.
Sure. Okay, sir.
And tomorrow we'll meet again.
Sure, sir. Sure,
okay.
Sir.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.